I'm under the belief right now, today, tonight. I think no woman should be a housewife in 2026. It's too risky. I think it's too risky. But I want to know y'all opinion. How y'all feel about it? What we can
Ladies,
start with. We can start with Sephora.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Good evening.
Good
I
evening.
believe that it depends on the man. I think if a woman wants to be a housewife, cool. And if a man can afford, because you had, like, I had that choice. You can work if you want to, do your nursing thing, but if you don't, don't. So I think that it's very possible, and there's nothing wrong with it if it's not detrimental to the finances and the everyday operations of your household.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess so. Maybe for like 2 or 3 years until the child get to school. But if you got children, but they gonna eventually go to school, so he's just gonna be at home.
But what's the problem? Like I retired a year ago. A year ago I retired, right?
You
Again, I
retired.
retired from the Navy and then I retired from nursing because I'm gonna go back to school to be a psychologist. But I I do
Yikes.
shit. Like I ride a Harley, right? I'm in a motorcycle club. I get to ride, I get to do my thing, I get to go back and forth. Like
Yeah.
I can do that, you know what I mean? And not because a man is minding me, because I have, I'm financially stable on my own, but it's nice to be able to have that option if it's presentable.
Hmm. I think it's too risky. I ain't gonna jump in right in and say why, but I'm gonna let y'all make y'all points. Mr. Payne, what you think? You if you whenever you get your next wife, man, is she gonna be a housewife? You cool with that?
man, it's hard. Man, I can't even say, man. This day and age, man,
Yeah,
it's really challenging for one person to take on that kind of responsibility.
it's a lot. A lot.
So I would say, man, I mean, like Safari said, like I mean, it depends on the person's household. If you can afford to do it, and
Yeah.
if both people can agree to that, okay. But I highly wouldn't recommend it. But that's just me,
Mm.
man.
You say you ain't go, man. You ain't finna do that. That's crazy, right? What about you, Awa? I miss go Miss
So
Pineapple.
I definitely feel like we need more housewives because if you
Need more
working
housewives.
and I working, then our foundation, when are we gonna have the time to build our foundation? We gonna be neglecting our kids because both of our kids gonna or our
Mm.
kids gonna be like, oh, mommy, daddy always at work, blah 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 blah. So they like I feel like it's better to have at least one parent in the household instead of having two working, you know, all the time. Who gonna do laundry? Who gonna make sure food is put out on the table and all this extra stuff? Like we need more housewives, not less. Come on now. I feel like housewives they contribute more to the base because if they make sure the household is correct and in tip top shape and form, then that's what keeps a man up too. So I definitely feel like we need more housewives, not less.
Okay. I mean, the point of taking care of the base, I think that's a valid point. I think it's a valid point. But I feel like that only worked for so long though, because eventually they gotta go to school. It's they at school all day. I mean, you only can do laundry so many times.
Okay, but
You know,
like,
you only can
who's
switch the
gonna
floor
help with
so many times.
homework? Who's gonna be there for the kids to vent to?
Mm, okay. I ain't gonna push back too hard just yet. Nope. Hold up. Nope. Oh, shimmy. Hold on. Let me. I got something for us. Trigger warnings. We now give out trigger warnings. Look, we keep it real on the show. We bring the smoke. It's a kitchen. We cooking. So if you don't like getting hot, don't come in the kitchen. But that's just a trigger warning, man. You can see it, please. Just letting y'all know that. But how you feel about it, Shimmy? Is you gonna make somebody a proud housewife
Oh,
one day?
so I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I do. Me and somebody was just talking about this.
I preferably want her to let me say this, not necessarily a housewife, but work from home. Like
Okay.
let my job be where she can work from home so she can maneuver life in whatever way she want to. Like that's why I do everything I do now so I can get to that point. But I do believe like Sephora and Spokesman said it's all about your household. Like if I got to struggle or you got to struggle to make her a housewife, then I feel like you really spinning wheels. You know what I'm saying? Like you wasting energy, and it's only so long before the kids are old enough. You don't need to be sitting in the house all day. So yeah, but if your money can cover that and take care of it in this day and age, then by all
Yeah.
means do it. But I don't think it's financially responsible to do it.
Yeah, you setting yourself up for something happen. Y'all gonna be looking a little crazy. Um, let me see. Miss Florida, what up? How you
What
feeling? You trying to
up?
be a housewife out here?
I am. That's actually one of my goals. Only because it's essential. Because I think about when you have children, it's a lot of need with children. It's not just um making sure they go to school. Like you got to make sure like they getting a proper education. I rather my children be homeschooled, so I know they getting the proper things, not a public school. Sometimes women, when they be up under a lot of stress, they can't focus on everything at one time. They get overwhelmed. So I think that will minimize the stress and all the stuff that women go through a lot. And honestly, housewives really would help with even getting other things started in the relationship. Like if me and my man decide we want to have a business, I can help with that business while he doing something. Versus both of us just trying to work two regular government jobs or some type of job where we don't have no time together at all. So it's like a lot of good essentials to it than just worrying about stability. Because I feel like if you a power couple, you gonna make sure that money there regardless. It's just all about what type of attention you want from your partner. You want a companion or you want just a business partner. It's up to you how you wanna, work that.
Mm, yeah, the goal to be a housewife sounds so funny to me, but I get it. Like my goal is so you got to catch the right man for that one though.
It ain't just about catching the right man. It's about aligning yourself and putting yourself in that position to understand if you're able to have that capacity to want to do that. Because I hear a lot of housewives now, they get bored now or they want to go do something or they do want to be on the job. But I'm like, really you blessed because you get an opportunity to create your own business. You got a man behind you that's willing
But if
to
you
do things
if
that's
you
needed.
create a business, you no longer a housewife. You working.
Not necessarily, it's flexibility. I can create a small business and I can still pertain to my household. It's just about you working your own mind to make sure.
So you want more like a hybrid job? That's what you're saying. Where you make your own schedule,
Yeah,
take
just
off and
something a little small, but at the same time, I ain't no liability. Men don't like a liability because when it come to say if he get laid off or a divorce happen, you know what I'm saying? That's just his money, and I may not get nothing out the deal. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, that's not my mindset. My mindset is make sure that the house is good, the kids good, we good, and we still
mm,
moving without the stress. Because if my man want me to, if we both working a job and he want me to come home and do my wifely duties, make sure he pleased in the bed, but I'm tired, that's gonna cause conflict in the household. Cause why are you so tired?
That's
But I'm a
crazy as
housewife.
hell.
You know what I'm saying? I'm preparing myself. I smell good. I look good. I make sure I'm getting
yeah.
lingerie. I make sure like we keep it together. You know what I'm saying? I got
Okay,
time.
then. Okay.
That's
I mean,
crazy as hell.
it sound good. It sound good. You know.
Let me
Um,
add a
Mhm.
caveat to that, host,
what's
respectfully.
up?
I hear the young lady talking now. I could not imagine being 19, 20, being a housewife. And I was married when I was 23 the first time. Never wanted to. I think that you've had your career. For me, yeah, I think I'm at the stage to be a housewife. And not only that, your topic says no woman should be a housewife. I have this 10-year-old autistic black nonverbal child here. It's terrifying, terrifying. So for me to be at the age now, and the stability to be able to be at home to stay so that I can be there for him 100%, that's, I don't want to get away from that. I don't. So when you said no woman should, I think that there are definitely conditions that they should be. And I think that people with special needs children, if that mother can be a housewife, no matter what age she is, that is a bonus, especially in the Black community. Not all communities, but specifically because of what I've seen as a pediatric nurse. I think it's amazing that a man can afford to have his wife be a housewife so that because this child will never, he always have to be taken care of. It's not like he's going to grow up and go to college till. So I think that there's certain, situations where no woman, I think some women should be able to be a housewife depending on their situation.
It ain't about situation. If you've been working all your life, especially at a young age, and you just want a man to really be there for you, like I'm willing to take the back seat. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the bullshit. Like my independence, yeah, I got my independence, but my man is leading. So I need to
Man,
take the back seat regardless.
I
I'm there
feel
for
it.
him and he's supposed to be there for me. You know what I'm
I
saying? But a
feel
lot
it.
of women don't want to be housewives because of financial reasons, independency. When you got to give up your independency, guess what? That
Mm.
makes you look weak. A lot of women don't want to look weak because they feel like
Yes,
that man
ma'am.
gonna
Mm,
take over them too.
Yes, ma'am.
But you gotta know your
Shy.
man too.
Shy. What up, Shy?
What's up?
What you feeling? You trying to be a housewife? What you want?
Hell no.
Mm,
Hell no.
mm,
Not in this day and age. I I personally wouldn't do it because I don't know, like I see so many people who, first of all, it's all about knowing your partner. And I don't care how well I know a person, I'm still not gonna do it. Like me personally, with my situation, I'm coming with 4 kids. So if I was to marry somebody and be a housewife, I feel like me and my kids need to be secured and like just always secured. Like to depend on somebody else to me would be crazy.
mm,
Then not only that, if I'm 100% dependent on this man can lose his job. He could, like get laid off, lose his job, whatever, or decide he just gonna leave. Like he lose his job, then we both looking at each other crazy as fuck. Like, what are we gonna do? I feel like if the man fall off, the woman should be able to back him up. This is just me personally, but I'm not putting, I'm not putting shit in nobody else's hand. I ain't doing it. I
I
don't care
feel it.
how good we got it. None of that. Like I'ma always make sure me and mine secured. Like hell no.
I feel it. I feel it. What about you, Thrive? What's up, Thrive? Thriving?
Hey, how you doing? Good to see
Doing
you
good.
again.
Appreciate it. Good to see you. You what?
Interesting,
You already a
interesting topic.
housewife, right?
I'm sorry?
Ain't you already a housewife?
No, I was
Oh,
not a wife. I'm a widow now, but I was not a housewife. But
okay.
we found a way to blend it out to make it work. First of all, let me just say this. I think, and hearing it from women, I just feel like we really need to pay attention. The contribution staying at home and housewives give, it's estimated to be over 140K a year worth of jobs, little jobs that they do from cooking, the maid jobs. If you were to hire a maid, maids are expensive. Running errands, like personal assistant type of a job. If you add all those jobs together, these women are doing a lot for the family. And then when we talk about, raising children, do you know the cost of childcare? In my state, if you're lucky, you will find maybe $1,200 a month childcare for a brand new baby.
Mm,
$1,200. Okay. And that does not include the commute cost when you go to and from work, the
mm,
lunches you have to pack. If you add all those expenses together, I think it might be wise actually in 2026 to have women be at home temporarily. Now, ladies, I know you don't want to lose your independence, but there's a way you can make it work. You go to college young, you meet your husband in college, right? Both of you work 2 years, right? You work 2 years before you bring babies in the picture, save up for the 2 to 4 years before your baby goes back to school. Okay, so you are at home, taking care of the family maybe to for about 4 years, and then you go pursue a career while your baby goes to school. Now there is a big movement for homeschooling right now. because the system, people are realizing the system is raising their kids and they're indoctrinating their kids, and they don't want their kids to be indoctrinated. So those stay-at-home moms, what are they doing? They're homeschooling their children. Does
Right.
that mean you
Mm,
cannot work? Absolutely not. That's so what my husband and I did. I was like, listen, I need to be able to build my resume, but I also don't want to give up time with my kids. So let me do in-home daycare. So I did in-home daycare, and my kids were with me, and I was able to make some money. I didn't expect that to grow into a center, in another center and all those things. But in earlier on, my kids were with me majority of the time. You
mm,
see what I'm
okay.
saying? So there's a
Yeah.
way to tweak it and make it work and still keep your independence, ladies, still contribute, but at the same time, give your children the best years you can early on.
Mm, okay. Real quick. We got 24 people in the live. I don't know if y'all can see all of it, but it's on the screen. We do have chat prompts to make sure that we're giving y'all the most entertaining live experience we can possibly give y'all. So the chat prompts, we got an airplane. If somebody on here, they taking too long to make their point, they ain't landing their plane, bam, the airplane emoji so we can tell them to wrap it up. You'll get hit with this noise right here. That mean wrap it up. Especially then, let's say we get off topic. We talking about housewives and we start talking about strippers. Help us stay on topic. Spam the reverse emoji to let us know to get back on topic. And then if we have somebody on here, they just speaking to your soul, they resonating with you. Every word is just hitting deep. Put the chef emoji in there to let them know they cooking. And last but not least, if you're on the panel or you're not on the panel and you're trying to talk or you're trying to get on the panel, spam the microphone emoji so we can get you up here and let you be heard. Chat prompts. All right, so look, hear me out, man. When my wife had the first child, I did be like, dang, she should be a housewife. So I think it could be a temporary thing to get, let her spend time with that baby bun. But we gotta go to work, fam. You gotta develop skill. Life is about skill and it's about work experience. Them 10, 12 years you missing out on work, that shit gonna have you at the bottom of the totem pole. Something go wrong and you try to go back. And what's the point of going to college just to be a housewife? I never, like, to me that don't even, like, what was the point? Like, it
A
sound kind of
fallback, a
wild to me.
fallback, a fallback.
Right.
But they gonna look at you like, where is your experience? Like, you got a degree and you only worked 1 year.
Not if you're a
Why is
nurse.
this?
Trust me, you gonna get a job.
So you gonna go to nursing school, do all them clinical hours, stay up late as hell, studying that thick ass book just to be a housewife? That's crazy. That's insane. Don't do that.
No, that's not
Don't do that.
though.
And
It's
then you
not
probably,
though.
if you a
That's
nurse,
crazy.
if you a
Hmm.
nurse, you probably out earning the nigga you with if he ain't up there. Like, what did you do? Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I wasn't a housewife young, right? So I don't. I was never a housewife. I should say that. I was never a housewife.
I wouldn't hire a
So
nurse that's been out of y'all, and y'all gotta keep CEs and stuff, right? Like, y'all gotta get CEUs and stuff, right?
you do. You have to keep up your
So yeah,
credits, your accredit. Yeah, you do. But
that's crazy.
you're saying no woman should. Do you think no? Okay, let me ask you this, host. What
Unless
does
he
everyone call
rich,
you? What does
you
everyone
can
call
call
you?
me put or the rebuttal. Either one, put or the rebuttal, whichever one you like.
Okay, all right, put. So you don't think a woman in her 20s, 30s, 40s should be a housewife. But what about a woman in her fit? Because you said no woman. So what about a woman
Mm-hmm.
who's 48, 49? You don't think she should
What
be a
about it?
housewife either?
Man, you better work to retirement so you can get that check.
So here's the thing now.
Got
This is the
going on.
mindset of black people. I need y'all to understand. I'm retired at 47 years old. I make enough money. I have a house, a nice house in Maryland. I'm financially secure and I don't work because I retired from the military and also some investments.
You got the military on your favor.
Why do I need to be a housewife?
Why do you need to be a housewife?
Right, why do I need to be a housewife?
You
I
don't. That's
mean,
why I
why,
said.
meaning like, what's wrong with me being a housewife? I done did all that. I done
I
worked for over
mean,
20 years. Like,
I get it.
why
I
would you want
mean,
your woman in her 40? You're young. You're gonna change your mind when you're older. You are. You
I'm
are.
gonna see. I'm gonna see
You
her
don't want you
limping
don't want
around and be
your
like, "Dang,
50-year-old
baby,
wife
just
stressing
stay
out at
home,
work,
baby."
getting more gray hair.
I
Like,
think,
nah, you don't want that.
I think
You,
I'm I'm speaking from a man's standpoint. I hear the women keep saying you don't want your wife stressed out. What about the man stressing out to make sure all that shit get done?
nah,
like,
you gotta
That's heavy.
adapt, bro.
That's
I
You
think
gotta
traditionally
that's
adapt,
the
bro.
that's the shoulders on the man. That's why I think that men need to be more softer and more that good vibes when he want to come home to his woman.
Softer.
But
but
most men want to do that. Like I've never been with a man who didn't want to do that, who
so
didn't
let me
want
Didn't
to be
want to
say,
that
do it,
provider, that
but
protector,
let me
that
s-
provider, that protector.
I don't
but I
get me
still
wrong.
want her to
I want to
develop
be
a
the
skill.
yeah. I want to. Don't get me wrong. I want to be that. But coming home to you don't necessarily relieve my stress. I mean, like I get that you're there, and I'm happy that you're here, and I'm glad and I'm thankful that this beautiful soul is waiting on me when I walk through the door. But that don't relieve the stress of everything that I got to do to still make sure that the house still afloat.
Okay,
It
then
don't
let
relieve.
her go
Uh,
to work and you be a house husband.
No,
no, no,
I
no.
don't.
We just
No,
both
I'm
gonna
not
work.
saying that. We
Oh,
just like I think you figure out a way to make it work as best way possible, where she may not have to physically go to work, or she don't have to physically go to work every day.
I
I
mean,
think the Western culture does not promote women staying at home and being housewives and stay-at-home moms. It just does not. The
it's
the
not set up. If you want to live a nice
It's not
life,
set up that
unless you're
way,
rich.
right? Unless you
If
are
he
wealthy,
rich,
it's really not.
if he rich, then you might I might consider, like, I get it. But it's still like, why would you want to put yourself in that position as a woman?
It's not even just that, host. So think about this. The inflation keeps going up every year. The corporate world is very hostile, right? You just don't
Yeah.
know. They will have you here today, tomorrow they will lay you off, right? The economy is constantly changing. So it will be unwise to be a stay-at-home wife without any skill, without updating your resume regularly, because you also run risk. Life happens. Your husband could get laid off. He could get injured. He could get sick. He could get depressed. Like, he's a human being, it's just you have to plan for risks that life throws at us.
Ah, I don't know. I mean, I plan on starting something soon, and if not, if when it go good and great and become, what I needed to become, my wife might leave what she doing to partner with me on that. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't see. I just don't see the point of wasting education, and then I don't see the point of being a woman without an education.
I don't think
So it's
it's
like,
a waste of time. I just think when you with housewife, all right. So I feel like when you become a newly wife, you don't really know how to be a wife at that moment because it's you gaining your experience then. So
mm,
if me as a newly wife trying to gain my skills as a wife, but I'm also working, it won't correlate for us to have a common ground in our relationship because I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm basically feel like I just been doing what I've been doing because I've been around you for so long. But if I'm able to gain that skills being a housewife, then I know how to be a mother. I know how to make sure your needs right. I know how to create a business for us to have, something on the back end for our family just in case you do fall short on something and then we got, what I'm saying? Like I'm doing my part behind the scenes. Yeah, you may be tired physically because you the man and you up front, but at the end of the day, I'm doing my part on the back end just in case. And that's how it's supposed to be. Like a woman shouldn't be doing too much as it is because really as mothers, wives, sisters, we already have these different roles we already have to play.
so
So if
y'all
I
just
already
want
got to do that,
a male dominated workforce.
say that again.
Y'all want a male dominated workforce. Like,
Who want that?
I'm saying, if y'all want, because if I know a lot of wives that work, there's like nurse practitioners or teachers or even principals and professors, like, and they married, so it's like, Like I don't know. I feel like that. I feel like the world just. I mean, you gonna have a few housewives here and there, but even that as a housewife, I feel like you mentally gonna get stressed out one day, like because it's like it's gonna put y'all at opposite ends of the spectrum. When he get off work, he ready to depress and chill, and and you like I've been home all day. I want to do something. I want to go out this weekend. I want to do this, and he like, man, I'm just trying to chill. You get what I'm saying? Like you bored, like your social
But
life
you got to
probably
know
on.
your partner though. That's why it's two lives coming together to create a journey. But y'all still living separate lives. What you do shouldn't affect me. I should only be a contribution to your life, not something where I'm bored. I need you to
Like
entertain me or reassure me.
you only can
That's not
sweep
what
the
I'm there
floor so
for.
many times though. The house only could get so
What's
clean.
It
what's
ain't
the
about cleaning the
contribution?
house. You could talk about anything. If you don't know how to elevate yourself with your partner to get things going and for the future, then everything gonna be standing because you as the housewife don't know what else to do. You stand in the house on purpose. Like you're not allowing yourself to expand your mind and go out there and figure things out for yourself as a housewife. It ain't happening if you just sitting home not doing nothing. You got a
If you
brain you can
both
use.
work, you don't have time for each other. How if
For
we at work
real.
at the same time, we get off at the same time? What's the difference? What y'all talking
Nah.
about? If I work 8 to 5 and I don't get home to 5, what do you like? What are you talking about? Like what? What?
I feel that though, cause like when you say men like to come home and decompress, a lot of men don't like to talk to their wives as soon as they get home, especially they got a job where they got to talk to people all day. They don't really want to
Mhm.
talk to their wife right then and there. So just imagine two people come home, your wife want to talk about and complain about somebody at her job she was ready to slap, but you like, look, baby, I really don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Now
She
she mad cause
still
y'all
gonna
ain't
want to
really.
talk. Guess what? If she don't go to work, she gonna want to talk even more because she ain't been talking to nobody. You know, like it's
Nah, I
still
don't
gonna
think it
be.
happen like that. I guess it all depends on you knowing your partner. Like some people were saying, you got to know your partner, understand what your partner needing without them having
I
even to say
say
anything.
No, she's
But
she's not gonna want to talk more. Host, she with them little babies, she'll be overstimulated. She'll be like, "Take the baby. I need 15 minutes in a closet."
Hold on, pause. Hold on, wait a motherfucking minute. Pause. So nigga just worked 12 to 13, 14, 15 hours. You been at home all day. The kids then went out, did whatever. They come back home. You been handling the kids. When I walk through the door after working 15 hours, get the kids. I need a break. Nigga, you been at home all day. I'm the one who been dealing with folks and they facing they bullshit all day. You got it. Leave me the fuck alone. Hey, everything the bills paid, right? We good. Do you want to talk to me about something mental? Cool, baby. When the kids go to sleep, let's talk. Let's have the biggest talk you want to. But don't have me no motherfucking chats when I just got through working 15 hours and talk
So
about you
wait,
need a
you don't
break
want
and
to
you been at
spend
home all
time
day.
with your kids? You don't want to spend time
I
with your
do.
baby?
But what I'm
What?
saying is this.
For
I
15
want to
minutes?
spend listen
see,
what I'm
that's
saying.
crazy, bro. Now
Listen
you not
listen
even
listen what
working. Then you want the man like y'all want a nigga to be Superman out here, but that's
listen
crazy, but
listen
y'all
what I'm saying. You asking me to
crazy.
be the fucking the Incredible Hulk. I just went and worked 15 hours. I just came home from working 15 hours. You don't do shit but be at home. Take care of our kids. You are at home every day. And as soon as I walk through the door, get your kids. Hey,
No,
my nigga,
first of all,
I
that's
just
not
got
how
through
Nah,
it.
they
working
they don't
15
they
That's
hours.
definitely
not
gonna
how
do
it
Hell
that though.
works.
no.
They
That's
now,
definitely
not
gonna
how
do
wouldn't it
it
be
that.
works.
necessary for you guys to start planning out your time with each other? Like, when y'all are in the bedroom, everybody's sleeping, y'all like,
Yeah,
hey, baby, I feel like this weekend we should go. Wouldn't that be more
you should.
necessary then? Oh, so that would be the whole purpose of a housewife. Not saying I want all your attention, but let's try to carve out some time for each other. I know you've been working all
But
week, but baby, I think we need to send you to a spa together,
So,
just to
so
catch
wait,
up.
wait
Whoop
a
the
minute.
whoop.
but
Wait, I am
but what I'm
still
saying
stuck
is
on Shimmy not wanting to spend time with his kids after
I
work.
want
So Shimmy,
no.
when
What I'm
when do
saying.
you
Hold on,
spend?
thriving. You missing my point. You missing my point. You've been at home. So let's say our kids of age to go to school, kindergarten, whatever. You've been at home cleaning. You cooked. The kids that went to school. You picked the
No, no, no,
kids
no.
up
I
from.
was talking about
Listen,
little
hold on.
babies,
Listen,
little
listen.
kids,
Okay,
little
little
kids,
babies.
infants.
Hey,
Yes.
listen. The first 15 minutes I walk through the door, the first thing to say to me is, Here go the kids. I need a break. My nigga, I just worked 15 hours. I need a break. I'll get the kids in a minute. But for the first 15 minutes, leave me the fuck alone.
But that's
We
not what
don't
I said, though,
leave.
Shimi. You be jumping off stuff that nobody said. I
No,
said
you literally, you just said get the kids. You just said get the kids. That get the
no. That
fuck
is
out my
not what I
face with the.
said. That is
You did just say that.
that
Explain,
I
explain yourself,
said
thriving. Explain what you're
I
trying to
am
say.
trying, but Shimi's
Come
on
on.
fire again. Every time I come in here, Shimi be bouncing off the walls. Shimi,
He said,
listen. I said the host said
Trigger
that
warning.
the woman will be wanting to talk too much, right, when he gets
That's true.
home because she does not have any interaction. And I said no, negative. She won't be wanting to talk too much. She's going to be overstimulated, especially if she has little
It-
kids. And I think when you get home, she might need 15 minutes in the closet to
so
decompress for timeout. I didn't say
here's
immediately as you walk in,
here's
she's
what
handing over the kid. That was
And
your spin
that's
on it.
here's
that's
what I'm
what it's
saying
gonna
though.
turn into, bro.
Here's
She gonna feel like you don't understand her because the man gonna come on and be like, you ain't did shit, you don't work. You just gotta wash a
here's
few dishes. Like, dude,
here
gonna do that. And the
Yeah.
woman gonna feel
Yeah, he does not
thriving,
unappreciated.
understand her.
thriving. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Here's the thing I'm
saying?
saying. Here's the thing I'm
Mm.
saying. So you're overstimulated from the kids, right? You're overstimulated from our two children in the household, right? I'm overstimulated from the 40 25 plus year old kids that I just got through dealing with because grown ass folks at work act like chaps too. And I can't
Yep.
separate myself from that. I can't separate myself from that. And then I gotta come home in the minute when I come home, I gotta automatically jump into the savior now to get you from overstimulation from my kids and don't decompress myself. So at what point do I decompress to make sure that we both still good?
You know
Like
what? I
that's
mean,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
didn't, I did not say it like that, but let's entertain the topic. Let's just entertain your point, right? I see a lot of people come from work and they sit in their cars. They'll be sitting in the driveway in their cars for like 30
Hey,
minutes.
Yeah.
I
Cause
got
you
a question.
probably inside. You
Like
probably
I got
you
a
probably
decompressing.
question.
in the house waiting to give me something. As soon
I
as I
got
walk through the door,
I
put me
got
on the tag.
I got a question. Did you not see that TikTok video where the dude got off work and he sat in his car and he was just sitting there and he was like, man, I'm tired. Like he literally sitting there. And next thing you know, and he was like, what's up? She's like, why are you sitting in the car? Why you ain't coming out? The man was like, bro, I'm just tired. I'm taking a breath. I will be in a minute. No, you need to come in the house. Hey, at the end of the day, yes, I'm here to play my part. I am here to still be a parent. But my dog, the household depends on me this just as much as it depends on you. Because you not working, at the end of the day, all these bills got to get paid. So I have to be in functioning mode to go to work. The minute I come home, I'm sorry that you
Decompression.
overstimulated from the kids. I have to find something to be able to be good to you. If I don't have my mental state and you need to decompress, you can't even decompress because I ain't in a good enough state to allow you to decompress and take over handling the kids.
So Shimi,
So
would it
you
make sense? Would it make sense then for couples to talk about this? Because yes, you are overstimulated in your line of work. She's overstimulated. So would it make sense when you guys are both in a good mood, the time is full, the love making is done, then you guys can talk about and say, hey, when you get home, I could use 15 minutes in the closet. And you tell her, you know what? As soon as I get home, I need to take a shower. I don't know how you decompress, Shimi, but you can say, I need to take a shower or I need a time in my caveman. I don't know what you men
my
do when you
decompress,
get home,
my
you
decompress
know?
easy. My decompress easy. The
He finna
first
jump out the
15,
cage.
the first 30 minutes, I'm at home, shut the fuck up talking to me. Don't say nothing
Mm.
to me. Leave me alone. let
Okay,
me let
Shimmy,
me
Shimmy, I have a
let
question.
me
What about the people? Let's just say both parents work. We work at the same time. We get off at the same time. We got to go and pick up the kids from daycare.
Nah,
We
spokesman,
gonna
stick
rock paper. We
around,
gonna
man. Say something.
rock paper scissors to see who's gonna be able to take that responsibility because we both been at work all day and we tired.
no,
Like I
we
don't
take
understand.
turns. We take turns.
Who's
Hey,
gonna
look,
take the
you
first turn? Rock
if you
paper
pick the
scissors to
kids
figure it out.
if you pick the kids up Monday, Wednesday, Friday, cool. I'm gonna pick the kids up Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Whatever, however we want to do so. Yeah, whatever days that you want to take to pick the kids up, cool. Whatever days I take the pick the kids up, cool. But what I'm saying is, y'all talking about stay at home. You're at home all day, and by all means, I respect what you do in the household. But When I come home, the first thing is not for me to, hey, bro, I'm stressed out just like you. I've been, a matter of fact, our stress is a little bit different. Our stress is a little bit different because them two little people that we created have a different effect on your overstimulation than these grown ass people I work with who been bothering me every day because of my role in my job.
Well, the first thing
So
when you come home need to be hugging me and kissing me and telling me, you know what I'm saying, I'm happy to be home. That's a start, you know what I'm saying, to
I will tell
wind
you,
down your
Okay.
mental. You
Okay,
know
I
what
I
I'm
feel
will
saying?
say,
Because
that. I feel that.
I'm
Feel that.
overstimulated, so I ain't hug you all day, I ain't kiss you all day. I'm aggravated too.
hey, here go the
Now when we
thing.
do that, let's go upstairs and let's relieve this stress, and then you know what I'm saying,
Here,
you
here,
can have your free time. Cause right
here go
now
the
I
thing.
need something to help me too.
Here go the thing. When I first walked through the door, hey baby, yeah, I love you, XYZ. I'm a I'll be right back. Cool. I will give you all the time away to do whatever you need to do. Just give me 20 minutes to get myself together. I will give you all the time you need after that. But as soon as I walk through the door to say, jump in and get your kids, nah, let me take 20 minutes to literally, all right, turn my phone
Mm,
off. I'm good. Hey baby, you can go do whatever you need to do for the rest of the night. I got the kids. But give me
mm,
a minute to get myself together when I first get home instead of having to jump in and be the therapist to you for being overstimulated and then being super daddy to our kids. And I just got through dealing with 50 fucking kids at work. Like,
I
mm,
get that.
let me get that 20 minutes and I will give you the rest of the night. You can put the rest of the night off and do what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, I
But
we
get
don't
got
that.
come to me. Don't, yeah.
we got Fred. What up, Fred? 501 Fred.
What's up? You can hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Hit that follow button for me, big bro. You
You
don't
said what?
mind. Hit that follow button for me if you don't mind.
I got you. I got
Bet, bet, bet. Did he hit it? He hit it. We waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I'm looking for it.
you. Hold
Oh,
on. I'm driving right now. I'm a truck
oh,
driver.
you
I'm just
try.
tuning in.
Bet, bet.
But shit,
All
man.
right, which one is you?
The host. It should just be on the screen.
Yeah, it should be. It should be a plus sign right there by his name,
It
to be
should just
honest.
be a plus sign. Don't wreck though, bro. Trying to goddamn. It should be right there though. It should be right there. Like, look at my finger. It should be like by my finger. You see my finger? That's crazy. Don't even.
Yeah, I hit it.
Oh
Yeah,
man, he in a bad area now.
yeah.
With the headset on.
We got the
Yeah, yeah.
goddamn. Hey, I'm glad he listening to me on the highway though. On the drop that load though. I'm with it. And she put a bus. Man, I just hit the request when you trying to come back up with the when you getting some good service. I can't. We can't even hear.
But I feel what Shimmy's saying though. Like I think housewives should create that space and create the opportunities for, better results every day between between two people. I think that'll be now. I get what you're saying. Don't put my baby off me as soon as I get off, but yeah, it's time to
Be
Hey,
create
waiting
don't,
too.
some good
Be
space,
waiting.
don't,
some
don't.
Be
peace.
Hey,
waiting.
listen to me. Hey, look, y'all, don't get me wrong. It may sound jacked up, but for me as a man, I want to deal with my kids and I want my wife to still feel safe and feel comfortable and not feel stressed out. But
So,
if I'm taking care of the household and that matter, bro, the first 20 minutes I walk through the door, as soon as I get home, don't push the kids off on me. Let me go get myself straight so I can be good to you so that you can get where you trying to go.
so Shimi,
There you go.
let's
Hold
say
on, hold on,
let's
hold on,
say
hold on. Let me get Josh in. What up, Josh?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
What up, man? What you got on the topic, bro?
Oh man, I think that well, I know I go back in the day when grandma and granddaddy was doing their thing, and grandma used to stay at home. A lot of times, grandma was way younger than granddaddy, and so he would just, hey, you do this right here, and it was, I think, the stipulations back then was a lot rough too. Like granddaddy had rules, like if you gonna stay at home, you gotta do this, do that. And
Put on the
then
tags. It's crazy.
and even then, just all in all, the housewife thing, I think it's just based off of the situation. I think that both should work to kind of stack money to a certain point, and then y'all plan on if the wife want to kind of stay at home, but even if staying at home, I think she's working on a business or something. I don't want you
Right.
to be wasting
I
time,
just said that earlier.
like wasting time. Like you just don't be a waste. Don't be a waste. You know what I'm saying? We in this
Yeah,
world.
that's what I feel like it turned into. And even if the man cool with it, I feel like one day she gonna look up and be like, dang, I ain't achieved shit in life, but
But that's
sweeping the
how it is with a
floor and
friend.
taking the kids to school. Cause
That's
once
how it
they
is
go
with
to
a friend of
college, what you
mine.
gonna do? You gonna lose your identity.
That's the thing. That's the thing with a friend of mine. I know that he was military husband, and then she ain't have to do nothing, and then she kind of got enabled over time. So at shit, they at the point now where he can't. She don't really know what to do with her, so she don't have no experience to go to get a job. Like they end up kind of splitting because of it, right? And now it was other things that was going on, but now that she's out here on her own, like she like stuck because she ain't got no job experience. She don't even have the want to do it because you've been not doing something for so long that kind of hard to kind of jump back into the workforce
A
at this
whole
age. But
decade.
and
You
I,
Whole
got to
I
start
decade.
back working.
but
It's,
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
gonna
I mean,
wild.
feel
if it makes
crazy.
sense for your thing though, but like you say, what Shimmy was saying too, like sometimes I think some women say it, and I ain't saying all the women on this panel, but some women say it for selfish reasons because they don't want to do nothing. And
Mm.
um and so it's just like a cop out. Like I just want to work from home and you do all this, but now it's gonna be rules. It's consequence to everything. Now I'm gonna be coming home, like he said, I got rules now. Like, hey, leave me alone for a certain amount of time or whatever, and all this other stuff comes with it. It ain't just you know, it ain't just all glitter. So I
That's
mean,
it, bro.
but
That's it, bro.
but I feel that I don't the housewife thing. I would like for my wife to be a housewife, right? And me to be able to bring enough money in to be able to have things. But I still want her to. I don't even think it's considered a housewife, a pure housewife, if she's at home working on a business. She just
Yeah,
she
it's
just work
not.
from home, at
Yeah.
that point. So I
She
think
an
she should be working on
entrepreneur at
the.
that point.
Yeah, we should be working because at the
She
end
an
of the day, now we're
entrepreneur.
working towards the building the kids' future. Like that's really what it's about. Of course, we keeping
Right.
our
Yeah.
bills paid, but really, we come down to it. We like building wealth and LLCs and all this stuff to put up, get our life insurance, be able to pay all this stuff off every month for the kids. Now that's what we're really working for their future. So we got to be doing something.
That
That's my
Right.
that's my
entrepreneurial
take
life
on it.
don't fit everybody. Not everybody is equipped mentally or sometimes physically to be an entrepreneur. I know people like pulling that like
That's true.
starting hair locks and lash or whatever. Some people actually are better working for others. Some people are better in trades.
That's
Not
true.
everybody has a dream. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur, never, and I still don't. So, and
But
I went to college and I have it. You know what I mean?
But
Like
you
I
gonna do?
don't.
We got to
so
work. You got to do something though.
Well, I do. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
Auntie,
I respect.
but
Auntie
how
Mistress, what's
about
up?
hey not
How you doing?
You was gonna say so? I'm gonna come back to you, Auntie. I'm gonna let Nuke make his point. What else? What else? Jen?
hey, not necessarily entrepreneur, but hey, Microsoft literally has free courses for you to be an AI engineer, an AI software
Mm.
engineer. You can literally take those, get certified, and Microsoft is gonna set up for you to do interviews for a job. You can work from home and make 80, 90, $100,000. Like you don't have to go out and necessarily physically step into somebody's place, but do something because at the end of the day, only reason I want my wife to do something is because I don't want the 1 minute I tell you no, I'm not paying for that. You blow up and be like
Mm.
XYZ, because that's what it's gonna come to. Well, you don't. Hey, my nigga, this is my money. Like at the end of the
She gonna
day,
say
get your
you
own money. You do
financially
what you want to do.
abusing her or something. She gonna say you
Yeah,
financially abusing.
So
yeah.
y'all
So I
wouldn't
want you
give
That
to.
y'all
shit crazy.
housewife allowances, like, because a lot of men who have a housewife,
I
they give them
don't.
allowance, and it'd
Allowance
be
is
a
What
good
type of
little
crazy.
amount
niggas?
though.
What
No,
type of
no,
niggas do
no.
you think we
I
are?
mean, that's what you
Hey,
gotta do though. You gotta
What
give
heard
her
type
that.
of what
allowance.
type of
What
fairy
else she
tale
Heard
niggas
call
do
it?
you
that.
believe in?
Heard that.
It's not a
Did
What?
you
fairy
see
tale.
that in the
Just
movie?
because
I
you don't
need
come
one.
across
I
it, don't mean
need
it's not
one
a
of those.
fairy tale. Trust me, it's
I
not a
think
fairy tale. It's men
one of
who
my
make good
homeboys in the
money who
chat.
give their wives
Yeah, one of my
allowances.
homeboys in the chat give out allowance. I ain't gonna say who it is unless he want to say it, but
I
It's
think that's
because y'all don't come
amazing.
across those men.
Does he
Don't
have a
mean it
Yeah,
brother?
don't
boy.
happen on a regular
he
basis
give
for
out
Does
women who
he
put
allowance
have a
though.
themselves in that
brother? Does he have
position.
an
Auntie,
uncle?
let me get
Yes.
the
Hey, that's
auntie though.
crazy
What
as
up,
hell,
auntie?
man.
hit that follow button for me, auntie, if you don't mind.
I got you, baby.
Thank you, thank
You seem respectful enough.
you. Yeah, for sure. How you feeling
I
about the
agree.
topic?
I agree with the topic wholeheartedly
Okay.
Wait
Speak
a
your
minute.
for many
speak your
reasons.
mind with it.
What?
Let me hear something.
I want to
I
hear that.
mean, like, I mean, here's the thing. One, like, let's say we are in love, and we are in love, and you want to take care of me. In 2026, many people can't afford to live off of one damn income, especially if you want to start a family. So if I'm like, so realistically, we both have jobs. Realistically, you expect me to cook and clean and work a full time job and pay half the bills while you just what go to work or quote unquote protect me, supposedly. Even though I don't think a guy can punch a bullet, but whatever.
Hmm. Hmm.
I think that if you can find somebody that that's on your level and you guys can grow together and y'all sharing everything equally, that's a great thing. I just think I haven't seen much of it in my experience to believe in it right now. I think that the internet and like panels and like different like just misconceptions has skewed us so far in between. There's men screaming like, "Oh, we need to be like our go back to like we did with our grandmas, where our grandmas couldn't leave. Like they like literally
Yeah.
could not go nowhere. They
I
couldn't
feel
go
like
Yeah,
if
I
anywhere.
you're
agree with
trying to
that.
build an empire, both of y'all gotta work, man. If you're
I
trying to
agree with you. I
build
agree
an
with you. I
empire.
wouldn't feel comfortable. Here's the thing, like me, and it maybe I'm like wired differently, but like if I was in a relationship, I wouldn't feel comfortable. Um, you know, I wouldn't feel comfortable watching my man struggle while I sit at home. That wouldn't work for me. I would need to contribute. I would need to like we would do everything together. We would but last relationship, my ex had a $500 car. When I left him, he had a $93,000 car in three houses. Like we built that stuff together. Shit happened. We ain't together no more. But like I believe in growing together, and I don't agree. I don't believe in just for many reasons. Like let's say I did get fat and I did get old. But like, okay, I have no money, I have no resources, and you decided like you leveled up and now you want a better girl. What do I have to show for if I ain't learn how to hustle my own self?
Hmm. There you go. Mind y'all to
Why you
chat
guys
prompts one more
accumulate?
time.
Everybody's talking about wealth and wealth and wealth. Why
Hmm.
do you guys all, well, not all of you, I take that back because that's not true. Why do most people accumulate happiness with wealth? If that was the case,
Cause it's like
Robin would
Because
oxygen.
be
I'm really
alive.
happy. I'm
It's
really
like
happy that I'm
I've
in a
But you
never
different
can be
country on the
been
financial,
beach.
but you can be
I've never
financially
been
stable
happy. I've never been
without
happy
being
broke. Being
wealthy.
broke suck.
A hundred
Being
I
broke
thousand,
like being able to
sucks.
drive new cars.
me,
I
a
like
hundred
being able
thousand
to
dollars a
buy a
year
house
is
You
with
want to
no
fight the
wealthy.
roads.
whole
Like
world.
what? I'm not
A
I'm
hundred
not in
make
I'm not in nature, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got a garden. Gotta go to the store.
making $100, hundred excuse me, 150,000 dollars a year isn't wealthy, but it's
No, it's
comfortable.
not.
Like
So hold on, Mr. Fourier. I gotta argue with you on that one. So Forbes magazine dropped an article 2 years ago that said right now in the current status of the American economy, people who make $120,000 or less live paycheck to paycheck. So 100 one
Yes.
hundred fifty thousand dollars ain't even comfortable. One hundred
Right.
fifty thousand dollars, I'm straight. You're just scraping by, honestly, because
Right.
uh,
you're one paycheck at $150,000 away from being homeless.
but
Like,
that's not true though,
but
Shimmy. That's not true. And I'm telling you that
It
it's
is.
it's just not true.
No, they said that people like the
you
people who make
you're
over
sp-
250. But I could
you
cite a source if you want one.
you're speaking, but you're speaking
Well,
from
no, I
you
shouldn't
no.
say that. That's not a pact. I don't think that applies across the board. Maybe I should have said
So,
that.
but what I'm saying
150,
is
you
this:
think 150 if
what?
you ain't got no kids, if you like a
Right.
single woman or something, yeah, or a
So
single
Because it's a
man,
known fact. One child is it
150
costs
cool.
$200,000
this is
a
how you
year for
gotta
one
like.
child.
Hey,
I know
like, hey, this.
150,000 ain't get me
If
nowhere.
you got a whole
Hey,
family
so
that eat, sleep, and it's like more than two
Right.
kids,
hey,
150,
let's break it
Most
you
down
people,
like
alright,
this.
you'll
most
be
people
alright,
I
but it's
know,
I mean,
still
most people I
my
know, if you
son's
think
field
of
trip last year was
Hey,
$2,300. Like
let's
my they're in three different sports. Like four
let's
hundred
break
fifty
it
thousand
down.
ain't shit.
Let's break it down like this. Let's break it down like this. Like you said, people keep equating the money. $150,000 isn't wealthy but comfortable. This is why it's not. You got a house. So let's say somebody who live in Texas. I forgot who live in Dallas. A house in Dallas is a 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom house in Dallas is 400, at least $425,000 a year. So that's about $2,000 mortgage every month. On top
Right,
of
that's
the car
mine.
note,
That's my
a,
mortgage.
a typical on top of the car note that I got to pay for me and you, my truck note, your car note. On top of the 1,200 a month, I got to pay for childcare, the insurance, the groceries, all that stuff. That 150 that you
Okay,
think
I
is
was talking about
comfortable,
individually. I'm
ain't
sorry, I wasn't talking about
yeah.
that for. I'm my bad. You're right, Shimmy. You're right. Yeah, that's because yeah, I never had a man pay my car note or my motorcycle payment. Like I wouldn't ask my partner to do that.
Motorcycle.
Like if I couldn't
They
afford it, I
gotta
wouldn't get.
they gotta look at
But
your profile and see you on a motorcycle.
yeah, no. At the end of the day, no. I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying it from a standpoint in
Understood.
financials. But it's more money. Like you do
I'm gonna
gotta
run a
still
poll
have
real
other
quick.
things going
Y'all
on
keep
mentally.
talking.
So
I'll run a
it's
poll.
a
Y'all
whole. It's a
keep
whole. I
talking.
agree with you. It's a whole lot more than money. You know what I'm saying? We equating it to money, and I do apologize for that. That it should be more than that. It should be your. Are you giving emotional provision? Are you giving spiritual provision? Are you giving the provision to allow her to be in a mental space, a safe mental space? If you're not doing all of those things in all, you drop the ball regardless of if you're doing financial, if you have financial provision. So there's so many other avenues to that can go wrong outside of just money.
Run a
I agree.
poll real
I
quick.
mean, but like money makes it a lot. Here's the thing: I grew up very poor, and it's very nice not to be able. My kids can take trips; they're on their second passports. My kids can live a life I didn't have, and it's easier because I have the finances and the resources to do that.
I
Yeah, no,
mean,
I get it. I get it. I grew up in a household. My first job out of college, I made more than my mama ever made in her career teaching. So I get
nah, bro. But I still think
it.
money is gonna make you happy, bro. The more money you make, the better shot at happiness you might have.
I don't
Yeah,
agree with that.
yeah, yeah.
More money,
Why
more
not
problems. That's
though?
what the more
Why
you make,
not?
the more money you spend. The more money you make, the more
I'd
money you
rather
spend.
have rich people problems than broke people problems any day.
Is that a fact?
So,
Facts.
I
I
mean,
need my older people to chime in. Where are the people who
but are you rich though? Are you rich?
no,
So how can you even say if you know like
because I'm
how
Right.
can you
financially
say?
stable and I'm happy.
That's
But then
great.
again, for me,
Okay, but that
But
make it
you,
that mean you'll
there's
be even
there's
happier if you was rich. Like
there's a
it's
big
just gonna keep
difference.
going.
right.
Like like
It's
when
gonna
I
keep
look up,
going.
I remember working and I have like colleagues that I had worked with, right? For me being retired military, healthcare, nothing. I know colleagues
Bro,
who
who is washing a shirt or
but
something?
by themselves make have to pay 400 just for one person a month for healthcare, where I don't got to pay nothing for me and my kids. So I understand that military people, especially veterans, have an advantage over people who may not be because there are things that we don't have to really worry about. We don't have to
Man,
pay taxes for our property, and we don't, we get a check every month and we get free
yeah.
healthcare. But I just think that I see a lot of young people chasing. You'd rather have, like, for instance, I'm sorry, I know a little bit off topic. You will throw your 1 year old a birthday party. You'll spend maybe, I don't
Right.
know, $4 or $5,000 on a birthday party for your 1 year old.
See,
My 1 year old ain't getting no birthday party. Can't even remember that
see,
shit. Do my child have
hey,
health insurance? You know how many people who lose their child and now they gotta go fund me because they wouldn't even have life insurance for their children, but they will have a $2,000 birthday party.
hey, Sephora, I promise you, I ain't trying to be mean. If my wife come to me and be like, baby, we need to have a big birthday party for his first birthday, are you fucking crazy? Girl, get out my face. That nigga ain't gonna remember that.
That's the
You
grown up
finna waste
party at
Well, it's
that
money.
for the
point.
memories though. It's for their memories though. You gonna take a bunch of
Man,
pictures, you gonna
man,
dress them up
damn
cute.
damn the memories. They can
Nah, I
start getting
can't
the
do
memories
that,
when they
bro.
5 or 6.
Cause
That
They'll
you
get
first
the
wanna
memories
see
birthday
when
all
be
they
their
for
old
the
enough to
pictures.
grown
Like I
remember
be
people.
mad I ain't got a lot of baby pictures. Like I wanna see
that
how I
part
look
of
when I was
that
1, 2, 3, 4.
that part
You
of for
know
the
what I mean?
grown folk. That part of for the
Right.
grown
They
Yeah,
folk.
come
it'd
to
be for the
bring the
grown
gifts.
folks. It'd be for the grown folks for sure.
I ain't finna do all this. I'm not finna waste that money like that,
Well, you ain't
man.
gotta
Okay,
do
Let's
that
have
you
a
now.
get
party
Though.
when
You
you
can do
reimbursed
something
for
retire.
that
simple.
first year.
You do something simple.
Yeah,
But
if it's small, like small, yeah, cool. But money. No, I can't do that. That's ignorant to me.
But I
I
think
can't spend a whole lot of money on it.
and James, I do think
Y'all
like
about to make
well,
me.
to all
Y'all about to make me
y'all.
change the topic. What you say?
No, I do think like she was saying about the money not being you not being I was wealth I guess equate to happiness or whatever. I might be misquoting her, but just being broke is that's a miserable life to be living.
It
Like
is.
to
It
not
is.
have, but I don't say we got to get you got to get super rich, but at the same time, you said you was comfortable, so that's what we talking
Yeah,
about.
you
Like
damn near.
you
You
comfortable
closer to being
financially.
rich than broke.
Yeah, so I mean that's a hard thing, hard pill to swallow. Going back to even like I say, just having two incomes, that's a lot better. We can get there a lot faster, and then we can talk about housewiving and all this other stuff later on when we get to a certain point.
Right,
It's a
agreed.
Financially,
decision to
we can
be
plan it
broke. I'm
out.
gonna put that. That's gonna be a topic one day. It's a decision to be broke.
I don't agree
But
with that, but I feel
here's
what
the
he's saying.
thing.
Oh
If
yeah,
I
it is
may
definitely
chime
right.
in,
Mhm.
if I may, here's the
Yeah.
thing. Just because both husband and wife are making the money does not necessarily mean they know how to manage the money. Because the statistics are showing us that's not happening. People are not managing their money well and they're still broke. That's at a higher
I'm gonna
tier
bring you
of
back,
broke.
Florida.
You
I'm gonna bring you right back.
know what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
I agree. I totally agree with that.
That is true though. That was a good thing. Even that was what I was gonna touch on too. I'm glad she said that because what Shimmy was like the whole Forbes thing, like money management, it be toe up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yep.
people
Mm.
be overspending and not even investing or looking into investing. So you only know how to make your money grow for you know what I'm saying, work for you. So people get to blaming the economy like, man, inflation and all this other stuff is the reason why I'm broke. And when really, nah, you just misspent a whole bunch of money. I bet you I can go in your bank account over the last 3 months and see that you just been blowing money, you know,
Door
on bull,
dashing every day. Door
DoorDash and eating
dashing
out.
every
Oh yeah.
day.
Me
You
out.
know,
Yo,
like
Don't call
yo,
me out.
BJ.
I don't need you to call me out.
What up? I
I
door
do the
dashing
same.
every day.
I
It's
do the
crazy.
same thing.
What up,
door
BJ?
dashing.
What it do, fam?
What's happening? What's happening?
What it do, bro? We coolin'. How you feeling about the topic, man?
I'll tell my wife this right here. I would prefer, like, most people, if you look at it, graduate from high school, you go to college 2, 3 years, you get out of college 3, 4 years, and then but from there, now you got to find a job. Most people are not just jumping into their career field; they're going to jump around multiple jobs before they land something decent. So, like, I'm 36, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like, well, if you can stay home, that's a plus. But like someone said it earlier, just to build and get to that finish line that much faster with both of us tag teaming this, and we both have the same goal, the same mindset. Like I tell my wife, I'll cover the bills, but let your funds be for all the extra stuff that may happen. If you want to go on a trip, you got funds for that. If you want to, get your hair and nails done extra, more than 2, 3 times a month, you have the funds for that. You don't have to worry about, telling me, hey, I need that money for this because you're working. Now the housewife, your house duty role, I would say we can kind of, if we're both working, we're both picking up kids, and we're both doing that. We both can jump in, and like I think someone said it earlier, this tag team. Hey, both of us can't be off on the same day. One of us got to be on. That's kind of what I push in my household. One of us got to be on at all times. So if you ain't feeling it today, I got you. But tomorrow, I may need you to jump in that game, and you got to get the kids out to work because I had them yesterday.
Mm. Do you? All right. Before everybody can jump in, who want to jump in, but the stress of just being the only breadwinner, like that
Yeah,
can't
that's
be that
tough.
that
good on
shit
your
gonna be
mental.
that shit gonna crash your mental.
Oh yeah, hey, I say this, that right there, that's tough. Like I said, like my boy said earlier, I'm a truck driver as well, so I already know. Like we got our own stress out here on this road, where, just making loads, deliveries, keeping the truck maintenance and all that stuff up. So it's great, having great money is good. And like I said, I tell my wife like hey, she's in school furthering her education. That way she can jump back in the game with me. So I do believe that having that one income, that's good if you really can do it, but you got to have a backup plan for the future because it doesn't take much for somebody to get sick and all of that. Everything's will be put on pause.
Yes, and imagine her dropping out of school to be a housewife. Like you kind of,
That's
unless he
tough.
leave you something behind. I mean, hopefully he got life insurance set up to, have you living good or living good enough, to give you a little cushion once while you figure it out, But still though, like to me, life is about developing a skill. Like you gotta become good at something and be able to get paid good for it. If you don't, you kind of love to the wolves, hoping somebody do the right thing for you. I feel,
You
but
know, majority don't have life insurance, unfortunately. And as somebody who actually has been on that side, I had a spouse, he was the main breadwinner and he passed. I'm telling you, I am so glad he wasn't one of those men who said, oh, don't get education or don't get a career, because I would have been on the streets. I would have turned into a 3 or 4 if I did not have the skill sets and the ability to troubleshoot problems and, you know what I'm saying, and mitigate risks and, know what a P&L is. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And so it's very, very important. No, I'm serious. Somebody's laughing. That's how 304s are made. Some of them are made out of desperate situation. It's not that they're bad
can see
people,
that. Can see that.
you know? So if you gotta eat, you gotta feed your kids, what are you gonna do?
I'm in the
Like, it's
bag,
real
babe.
life out here,
Mm.
So I can
Pop out,
see,
man.
definitely get, if you don't have life insurance, go get it tomorrow. For real, for real. Get like,
Nah, that's
especially if you
real.
have kids,
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
And that's another thing that Shimmy had said earlier, as far as getting off work, coming home, and somebody handing me the kids. Yeah, you can't do that. You got to give that man time, let him decompress. Hey, look, I got 3 kids, so when I come home, the kids jumping on you already. They're gonna jump, daddy, 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 home. But at the end of the day, hey, I give everybody your hugs, kisses. Hey, 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 I gotta go to the room. Let me shower, let me chill. I'll take a shot. Whatever it is that I want to do, you got to give a person time, like you said, to decompress. That way, what I'm saying, now he can better serve the family as a whole. Because,
Yeah.
as a man, our time don't never stop. You get home, that's another. You got to pick up from where you left off. Whatever needs to be done, you got to be able to do that.
I
And
just I
I,
just feel
and,
like a housewife gonna feel incomplete in the long run. She not
yeah,
gonna
me too.
feel whole, and she gonna feel like what is my what is my role now once the kids don't need her anymore. I guess then she'll start trying to work, but who wants to start working at 45? Like they gotta feel crazy. I don't know, but maybe it'll be fun. I don't know. Maybe that's not. I don't know. I don't know. But what up, song?
Hey, how are you? Yeah,
Cool, bro.
hey, no woman should be a housewife in 20. So, two income households are almost 3 times more likely to file bankruptcy than one income household. It's not even close. Two income
Ain't no
households are
close.
atrocious outcomes. They're 2 times less likely to retire, actually. They don't have good outcomes because ain't no woman paid a bill in my house in 16 years. So, that's first off. But when you got two people working, and the way American women spend, unfortunately, that means you build a house on 2 incomes. Stupid. You buy cars on 2 incomes. Stupid. They call it a 2 income trap. You're literally trying to build an income so you have no more room for error. If you build a house on 1 income households have 3 times larger life insurance policies. They have 3 times more emergency fund. They're way more disciplined. They're way more frugal. It's not even close.
Mm.
Matter of fact, America makes up 4% of the planet, really teeny. But we have almost half of the planet's millionaires, 25 million millionaires, and 1,200 new ones a day. 90% of those millionaires are first generation. 70% of them have stay-at-home wives. They beating the bricks out of everybody
That
else. It
boy
ain't
got
even
a
close.
PowerPoint
There's not even,
presentation.
it's
Hey,
not even,
hey,
matter of fact,
hit
92% of the
that
country works for them.
hit that follow button for me real quick, man. I'm putting you on the screen though. Hit that follow
So let
button
me
for me
find,
real
yes,
quick.
sir. So this is the one income
That boy
households.
got
90% of all millionaires come from no money. They didn't have a dime. They just had a supportive wife home with the children, right? And
yeah.
this man went out working. 90%. 70% of them have stay-at-home wives. Watch this. 69% been with her for 30 years. 65% is their first marriage. Everybody who got that 2 income stuff, I can show you their divorce because it's catastrophic. So no, I don't. None of we don't even believe in that. 7 generations of marriages. Y'all can have it. Good luck with it. 83% of black households are 50-50. 71% of white households, they got the biggest failure rate, the most mental. No, y'all can have it. I want a traditional woman that was raised and trained to be a legacy woman. Most immigrant
Um,
women.
never mind. Go ahead. Keep going. Never mind. Go ahead.
I
You'll be
want
on something else.
a woman trained for that. Most immigrant women, 70% of immigrant women, I can show you the data, look for jobs that don't require a bachelor's degree. That's wife thinking. They're looking for jobs that don't put you in debt. 33,000 PhDs filed for food stamps this year among our women.
Hey,
33,000.
can I,
296,000.
Mr. Song? Can I tell you something? Everything you said just sound like control, my boy. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Everything you just said sound like a man controlling the household and
It's
not
always
two
interesting
people
because all
being.
the data about the women with the
I,
greatest
no,
DVs
but
smacking them is
listen.
guys with the
Hold
two
on.
income
Listen.
households.
Hey, listen. Everything you just said sound like control and a man controlling the household in a way in which only he's the key person in the household.
You would think so,
You
wouldn't you?
just oh, but
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 no
but
data agrees with you.
wait, fuck the data.
Oh, okay. Who cares about the numbers, right?
But what I'm saying is, you literally just named millionaires, not people who make $150,000 a year, not people who make $200,000 a year.
You're a
You
liar. I
just
mentioned
named.
all of them.
But what I'm saying is, you just really mentioned most of the people who are doing
You're
that
lying.
are. Once again, most of the people who are doing that are seven-figure earners, right?
Lying. No, they're not. They were doing it
But,
before they got the money.
but what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this, sir. What I'm saying is this. All them statistics don't really mean shit because once again, statistics are used and garnered around the people in which they're trying to fit the
Really?
stat that they're
Is that why
making,
they got a
right?
3% divorce rate?
But,
Is they got what
but
they got 7 times less DV cases, less time smacking their wives and punching and
hey,
screaming?
nigga, if my wife is at home every day and not doing shit, and
But
I'm the
you
one,
just said
I'm
it was
pretty sure
controlling
she's
and
not.
abusive. So which one is controlling and abusive, Doc?
But
The numbers don't agree with you.
what I'm saying is, bro, everything you just said sound like a man controlling the household.
And
It
everything
don't
you said
sound like
sound
an
like a guy
equal
pimping
nothing.
his wife. You
It
sound like a
don't
guy pimping his wife, making her get up at 5:30. Her life
that.
is not work optional. Do you know most men that make their wives work, 42% have sexless
Hey,
marriages? You know why? Because oxytocin and vasopressin
hey,
is depleted.
can I tell you something?
Do you know how women's bodies work, sir? When we pull up the
Can I
data
tell
from
you
Harvard,
can I tell you something? Can I tell you
You
something,
got
I'm
more
sure
Mister?
you
Pull
data.
up
want
the
to tell me
data.
something. Go
Can
ahead,
I
Drop
tell
that
you
walk me
data,
through
something,
it.
bro. Drop
Mister?
that
Pull up
data,
the
bro.
data. He can pull up the data all he wants to. I don't give a damn about none of that.
I know
My
you.
thing is,
You know,
Hey,
my
Kobe and Jordan said it
hey,
best.
Shimmy,
I
Shimmy,
don't
you
ever
can't
hang
say
with
you don't
men who
care about
don't
the
know the
data though. You just
numbers.
brought up Forbes though.
yeah, I
You brought
did.
up Forbes.
I brought up for it, but what I'm saying is, when he keeps saying that all of these things, yeah, okay, bro, they may have less divorce, right? Cool. Me asking my wife to be a contributor to a household that stops me from being more, because at the end of the day, if you controlling the entire income of the
Tell on
household,
yourself,
bro.
brother. Tell us. Tell
No,
on
I'm not telling
yourself.
on myself.
Explain
I'm
your
being
data.
honest.
Song. Explain is what we seeing on the. Oh, what you just showed on the screen. Explain it.
Which one? They
The
lead in
nigga,
this. They've two income households on. They got a 5% chance of paying off everything, bro. And now we don't want to talk about what happened to the women. When women pay bills, I'll pull up the data and show you their amygdala swells. This is paying bills. Our women in these two income households, this is what their retirements look like. They all 79% of them in two income households all are balanced. Bro, not just they borrow from their retirement, they have a negative retirement. This is crazy living. I could give you data after data. You know, Kobe and Michael Jordan said it best. Don't you ever talk to me about winning at anything in life if you don't know why you're losing. Kobe said, and I look at this in every facet of my life, in any area, my finances, my children. If I don't know why I'm losing, of course I don't know how to win.
Hey,
Losers
Somebody
never
put
want to
that in
know
the
how to
chat.
win.
If you don't, what you say? Say that again. What Kobe say?
He said, don't ever talk to me about winning if you don't know why you're losing. If you
Man,
don't know
you
you had
talking about
16
too?
turnovers, don't talk to me about the playoffs. He said,
You
if you don't
talking?
know what's going on with your children, Kobe said, in
Hey,
every area of your life, if you don't know why you're losing, don't ever talk to me about winning.
hey,
You don't know why
can I
you're
ask you?
losing.
Can I ask you a question though? And I'm finna use your sports analogy. Jordan ain't win until he got what?
There we go. But he
A
knew why he was
partner.
losing because he know
A
why he
part.
was losing.
But
hold
Jordan
on, hold
didn't
on.
win until Scottie Pippen came along and a
Correct. He studied
partner
So
what
you had
who
that's
had
why
the
he
same
learned
amount
it.
of talent.
It took
A
two.
partner who had the same amount of talent who was
Mm.
able to win. Kobe won his
like
first
that.
3 rings
Two
with
income
Shaq, a
households are the
partner
bigger
who has the
losers.
same amount of talent to win. Goof ass nigga. If
Got
you
you,
gonna say
man.
this
Make your
shit,
wife
man,
work, man.
But hold on, hold
let
on,
me
hold on.
Her life should
Let
be work optional.
let me
Let Liliana is she still here?
like
Lil Lily.
Lily, like she just said the data, but come on, bro, they
Go and make
crazy
them
as
work,
hell,
man.
but
Go and make them work.
hey,
Don't
but
let
what
their
I'm
life
Yeah.
be
saying,
work optional.
but
I'll show you
no,
more data what happens to them.
what
Go
I'm
and make them
saying
work,
is,
Oh,
bro.
she
what I'm
gone.
Go
saying
and
What
get
is
a
is,
you
promotion.
doing, Liliana? How you gonna
song,
come on and hop on? I waited
what
for
I'm
you to
saying,
say something.
what I'm
She must
saying is,
be
my
she
guy,
must be Googling. She
you
Googling right
just
now.
quote, you just quoted
I'm gonna show
two,
you
you
more
just
data. I'll be right. I'm gonna
hold
show
on,
you more
listen.
numbers, doc.
No, listen, we're not gonna talk about the numbers. We're gonna talk about what you just quoted. You
But hey,
quoted Michael
Shimmy,
Jordan.
Shimmy, can I say
I'm
something
just
to you though?
saying. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So no, what I think the point of all them numbers that he was showing, I think the point of it is, or the psychology behind it is, if we make more, we spend more. So when you
Yeah.
when you have one income, you're
You
more
more
frugal. You're gonna
conscious.
be more
Yeah.
frugal. But
You are.
when
I
we have
agree.
more, we lose the discipline of like, hey, we just gonna work off your income. We
Come,
just get to
yeah, I
buying shit.
agree.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
agree.
So I think all those
Wholeheartedly.
numbers is cool and all, but I think that's the crux of all of it is just
And I
our
think,
discipline on our
yeah.
Yeah, I
financial
agree.
discipline.
I
I
agree. I
think
agree wholeheartedly.
doing what he say, like my auntie told me that she said, "Did somebody consuming something? Oh, it's how you consuming. You can't eat chips on here.
He
It's
just eating.
crazy.
All he doing is
It's
eating.
crazy." I'm gonna see what it say. Turn off your camera, so for like 2 seconds until you get through eating. All right, what up, Lily? You say that data wrong? It's the wrong data.
Yeah, the thing is, anybody who's actually
Prove
taken a
it.
statistics class will tell you that 90% of statistics are biased and it's not a reality for the entire population. So normally when a statistic is created, somebody takes a small amount of data from whether they do a quick survey or they do it from like a quick company who did a survey, and then they say, okay, well, based off this survey, 1 in 2 women are in debt, right? But that doesn't speak for the entire population. That is a interference about a specific study, not the entire population. So that'd be my problem. I'd be want to know the methodology that was used to collect the survey. And when I looked up the screenshots of those, all of those were fake. But anyway, how y'all doing tonight? And I agree with
Oh,
and
that is
I
Hold on.
funny.
agree.
Even if they
Hey,
fake though, how do you feel about what he was saying? I feel like he was saying some good stuff.
And you saying
I
some good
didn't
stuff
hear
though. You
nothing.
still saying good
Listen,
stuff.
I didn't hear what he was saying because when people start putting their feelings over facts, I don't really listen no more. I close my ears.
Well,
hey,
But I
he
do
was doing
agree
numbers though.
to, I'm sorry, sir. A black queen is talking.
You right.
I do
Talk
agree
queen.
to the topic though, right? No woman should be a
Yeah,
housewife in 2026. You need to
yeah,
be at work. Take your
for
ass
sure,
to work, man.
for sure.
Because I feel like they lazy. A lot of women are selfish and they feel like they should just be sitting at home and, while a man go work hard and risk his life and catch a heart attack by 42, because you want to be on TikTok all day and get your nails done. And that's not how life should be, right?
Fact.
If that man, you don't love that man. If you making your man work until he's 65 while your fat ass stay at home, I got a problem with you.
Why everybody gotta
Um,
be fat?
the problem
Keep
with
going,
the
keep
thing
going.
about it is if y'all think about it, and I'm gonna tell y'all a key to life so y'all can be retired like me. What you need to do is, right, get you a woman. Y'all 18, perfect, even better. Start it off young. If y'all can live off of one income for 6 years, y'all will be millionaires at the end of that 6 years.
She's
If
goofy.
you can
Personal
live off
finance
of
goofy.
his,
You don't know what
listen,
she talking about.
listen, if you'll let me land my plane, that's why you so upset and angry because you hungry, because you ain't got
Y'all
enough money to get you a
That's why
nice
y'all
steak
dead
to calm your
last out of all
cortisol
the
levels.
women
Calm
when it
down.
comes to money. You're dead last.
Calm your ass down.
No, finish what
Gotta
you
Now, what I
saying,
was
hey,
Lily.
trying to
Finish what you
say
saying,
Lily
hey,
Lily.
before
go
the
I was,
ahead, go ahead,
smartest,
I'm
Lily.
trying to
the
land my
smartest
plane,
rage
but
Listen.
beta in the world, bro.
I
She
keep
like
Hey,
getting,
eloquent. She an
I keep
eloquent
getting,
rage beta. Keep
I
going, keep
keep
going.
getting irritated, y'all. Okay, so let me land my plane. I'm almost done.
At the end of the 6 years, y'all will be millionaires, right? Y'all live off one income. Both of y'all work. Let's say both of y'all are making $40,000 a year. If you invest 40,000, what's 40,000 times 6, and you have a AR
240.
500 with an interest rate of 18%, what is that? Is that not a million at the end of that 6 years? Okay, then. So this is what I'm telling y'all. Invest
Dang, I
one
should have
person's
did that. It's
income
all
while living. You can still do it. Invest one person's income
The
by
rule of
while living
72
off of
divided
the
by
other
18
one.
doesn't double in 6 years enough.
Are you
What are you
okay?
talking about?
Cause you, or what are you
Because
doing?
you're
You stay.
lying.
No,
How does
I'm
a
not.
quarter
You're
million
not,
do that in
bro.
6 years?
All right,
Liar.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave because I see there's a
no,
lot of
no.
testosterone issues up in here. You got a man
Yo, let me
who
give me some
who
questions.
who got some testosterone issues.
Yeah.
And I don't argue with men.
Somebody
I
said you
don't.
lying in the chat. They said you lying.
I don't care what they say.
Come on, 18% in 6
I
years
already
with a
did it.
quarter million. It's impossible.
You're not
It's the
listening. I said if you
weirdest.
invest
No, that's
40,000 a
never
year,
happened in
you have a.
American
Do you know
history.
what an AR
Hey,
500 is? You don't even know what that
It won't.
is. You
It won't
idiot.
be.
I got
It
You're
won't
seven
not even
necessarily be a
nephews.
million, but it'll
financially
be close.
literate.
It won't be a
You're
million, but
not
it'll
even
be
I
close.
don't
financially
like her no
literate.
more.
Do you not know
Yeah,
if you start off
I
at an
did the math.
18% interest rate doubles the next year was 18 plus 18? Exactly. So then what's
72 is how
36?
money doubles, compound
What's
interest.
36%
It's called the
times
banking
All
rule
right,
of
I'm
the
done arguing,
compound
bro. I'm
interest
not gonna
rules.
give out free game on TikTok
This
for
Oh, you
is,
talking
somebody
about
that
I'm
like
don't
the
know.
high
licensed, man. I
yield,
got
a high
10,000
yield account?
clients.
Sis, where are you
I don't know
getting
what you're
that?
Bro,
talking about.
Where are you getting that
bro, you're
stats
not
from, sis?
listening.
About the
You're
18.
not
Where are you getting
listening.
that from,
Yeah, I
You're
don't know
man?
not
where she got
listening
that from.
because he's
It's
not
Liliana,
not even
listening.
true.
He's not listening.
Everybody
Liliana,
I'm
Google
done
rule of
talking. I'm not
72.
Hold on,
finna
hold on,
fight you, bro.
hold on,
Hey, let
hold
me
I
on.
see
don't.
that. Let me
I'm
see.
not
Hey,
Ask
finna.
your,
pull up
ask,
his screen
ask
right
your
quick.
question, Sephora. I got you. Ask your question, Sephora.
I want to see his
Hey,
screen. Song, open your screen back up.
Why, this is where our
Oh,
women
there you
let
go.
us. If we
There you go.
parse the men, if we parse the men from the women, we're literally in the middle. We're down there because largely because of them. I don't know what this girl is talking. I could go. The average BOK woman. Listen, this 71% of BOK women got less than $100 in their savings account, according to Bank of America and 5 other banks. What the heck am I listening to you talk about money for? That 79% of them all balance on their own retirement. A balance of over 20 grand on their own retirement. Almost 8 out of 10. They're leading the gig economy in the country because they don't have enough money. They're the number one drivers for DoorDash because they're that broke. And they're
mm.
the most deactivated from DoorDash for poor customer service. So
So
they
you
don't have
just
enough
walking
money to pay their
around.
bills.
This topic must be something you talk about a lot, bro. Like,
You know,
why do you
I do
have?
this, I'm in the finance business. I study stuff. I got a family. I come from generations of marriages. We study what works and what don't work. We
Okay,
study it.
me, I might need to hit you up. I'm trying to get a stock portfolio back working.
I'll
Try to
give
get
a
it
Sure
tip.
right. You
You
know
is.
what I'm
free
saying?
game. FELEX.
Definitely trying to.
Look up
Trying to get right.
FELAX for Fidelity. FELAX has averaged 30 something percent in the last decade, and FAGAX with Fidelity. That's averaged 21% in the last decade. Now you gotta get with somebody who's licensed. I'm licensed. I don't care. You ain't gotta get with me. You can get with anybody. But those two funds are the most dominant funds in the last decade. And I don't
Are
know
you
what she's talking
American?
about.
Are you
Huh?
American? Are you
Born and
American?
raised in Baltimore. I'm
Oh,
from
okay.
Baltimore.
All right. Thought you was
Yeah, no,
Nigerian or
I feel
something.
you.
Yeah, you know them Nigerians be scamming. But look,
Scamming
No,
like
I,
motherfucker.
no, I'm talking about in the federal market, bro. The federal
Stereotyping.
market. What I just gave you was Fidelity. That's
no,
Fidelity.
I'll rock with it. I'll
That's
rock with it.
regulated. That's FINRA.
But
Yeah, I
I
know
feel
this.
you, bro. I feel you. I feel you on that. Like, just become financial. Just look up the information. That's all. At the end of the day,
So
Yeah.
look,
find out
with
what to
a
invest. Live below
housewife,
your means.
yeah. I mean,
Period.
I like what he was saying. With a housewife, should she automatically be not having a prenup? Then she gonna agree to be a
Absolutely
housewife.
need a prenup. Absolutely need a prenup.
So don't do so
Because if
do
you
a
don't have a
prenup.
plan for your if you don't have a plan
But
for your
she
family, the state does.
so you say do but a prenup just mean like you just saying what she'll get versus her just taking everything.
No. It's you guys creating a marriage agreement for you. You laying out the legacy of your family. I'm not waiting for the
Okay.
city to have a plan. A prenup, if everybody has a prenup, everybody has a be clear on this. Everybody in America, either the state gonna make one for you or you gonna make it yourself. So this
Mm,
notion that we don't have a prenup, no, the state of the United States says no, everybody getting one. Either you're gonna govern yourself like a grown person or we gonna do it. And if we do it, we gonna make a bunch of money off of you. If you do it, you can keep a lot of
Mm.
your own money, and you and
Can
your
you do
missus
it
can
at any
structure your
time?
family.
Can you do
Huh?
it at any time? Can you do it at any time? I
Anytime.
guess
It's
it'll
called
be
a
a
post
post
nut.
note. It'll be a
Let
post
me tell you
note.
something. Traditional women are 7 times more likely to welcome a prenup than modern women. Modern women don't like them because they want to do whatever they want to do. That's a great indication on whether she is a traditional wife. Women, especially immigrant women, they have virtually no, unless they westernized. Westernized ones don't like it. But marriageable women, especially immigrants, they're so for the family. They're overly consumed with the family. 67% of immigrant women don't like to get jobs or any kind of field that requires bachelor's degrees, even though they got twice the degrees as American women.
Mm.
Twice. But I'll pull up the data. These are immigrant, because you don't want no westernized immigrant women because they're worse than a naturalized American woman. They're
That's
worse.
true though.
It's
That's
If
true.
I show you the data of immigrant women that are westernized, it's like seeing a person from church end up on the street. They're worse than niggas on the street. So when you get these
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
westernized
I
immigrant
feel what he's
women,
saying.
those they are sick. They are sick.
Mm.
It's like
Hey,
seeing a
Fred.
JEW. I'm sorry.
Hold on, hold on. Let
Yo,
me hear from Fred. You back in the area? Let me get that follow and what up, fam? Oh, you already followed. You did it. You did it, bro. You did it. You probably ain't even know you did it.
I did.
But how much? What you got on the topic, man? No women should be a housewife in 2026. How you feeling?
I feel that's true, man. Like it shouldn't be no type of housewife. Like you got to do something to take care of yourself. Like then it depends on the age I met you. You feel me? Cause if you was
Yeah.
already working, I ain't an enabler. I ain't about to disable you. You feel me? Like you got to take care of yourself. I got the house. I got the kids. Figure out a way to take care of yourself. Like do like the project joins on Section 8. The number one housewife in America, the Section 8. You can't beat Uncle Sam at that. They got housing, they got food stamps. You ain't beating Uncle Sam. They know how to do hair, do nails, whatever they got to do. Sell plates, daycare, take care of the kids in the projects. Hey, you ain't beating them when it come down to it. And they don't got no man. Uncle Sam, they man.
Mm,
And they starting off from high school. Soon as they graduate, hopping on Section 8, never working a job.
mm,
Generations of that. So you ain't beating that. Like, I ain't about to come through and disable you. You
mm.
gotta work.
There you go. Got earn your keep. I feel it. I feel it. Thriving. How you feel
Okay.
about that? Cause you are you? You would be like a westernized um person, huh?
Don't start
Westernized.
nothing. Don't start nothing with me. I'm here just minding my own business, okay?
Out here manipulating the people,
He
man.
be messy. So a song will sit on the internet shouting statistics all day, every day. So I tune him out when he's talking
Oh,
because
you
it's
know,
just
son.
ridiculous.
You
Oh
know.
yeah, oh
Hey, I
yeah.
got
Yeah.
another
Only why he's
question. I
saying
got
the
another question.
westernized stuff is to throw a job at me, but that's okay. It's all
Oh, so
good.
he was talking about you. Okay.
Yeah, but
What you
here's the
got,
thing
Fred?
though. Here's the thing though. Just to answer you, right? You
Mm-hmm.
can anywhere you move to, right? I'm from Africa, so if I come to America, I have to adapt to the culture in America to some degree, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have to even adjusting to time. We have 8 hours difference. You understand?
Oh,
Adjusting
okay.
to speed. It's super fast over here. Adjusting to daily lifestyle. Over back home, we have maids that live with us on our property. Here, to
So
hire a maid, it's
you was
it's
rich.
so expensive.
You
No,
was
no,
rich.
it's a lifestyle. No, it's a lifestyle.
You was a
Almost everybody
princess
has a
out
maid.
there. Okay.
No. That's
All
just
right.
the lifestyle. Every house they build on there, they build the help quarters. The maids' quarters are built into the
You
house.
got
Every
a you
house.
got a picture of it? Got a picture of
I
your
can
house
find
back there?
something.
Yeah,
No,
pop it
I'm
up.
just
Mhm.
I'm just saying. Stop trolling me. I'm just
No,
saying.
I'm for real. I want to see it.
you, you're trolling me. So listen. It's just that you have to adapt to the culture in which you come in. So to say westernized, what else are you supposed to do if you don't adapt to the culture? So I'm supposed to come from Africa and still expect you to pay a dowry? Are you gonna pay a dowry? How many you men on this live are gonna pay a dowry for me here in America? How
I don't
many?
even know what that
Hey,
is. What
who?
is that?
What?
What is
A
A
that?
diary is
dowry.
like like pay for her to be your wife type thing.
Yeah, you
Wouldn't
pay my
that?
Oh, you
parents a
do that.
dowry.
You do that regardless, right?
You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? But so you have to adapt to the culture in which you come to. You can't just, stay in the same mindset. So
Mm.
what he's saying is just doesn't make sense sometimes.
At what
Sometimes I try to
age are you
listen,
making
but
them like your housewife? Like you meeting her in her 30s, then like, oh,
I'm
now
gonna
you're a
bump you real quick,
housewife,
Josh, and bring it back up.
in her 30s, then like, oh, now you're a housewife, or mid 20s, fresh out of college. Like, at what age you meeting a woman and be like, oh, I'm gonna turn her into a housewife?
I
That's
mean, I
a
guess
You're
whatever
right
age you're
into
ready
that.
to get
Listen,
married, you know?
nobody turns you into an NFL player. Nobody turns you into an engineer for an engineering firm. You train for that.
but you can't
Marriage
be
is a
an NFL player
vocation.
at 30. You ain't coming in the
Be-
league at
be-
30, fam.
Being a husband is a vocation. Being a wife is a vocation, and marriage is a vocation. Listen, I'm telling you again. You study people who know what they're doing. They got his. I don't care where they're from. Listen, I done been to Kenya. If there's girls in Kenya that live on their own, the guys I know, we like, oh, don't touch her. She being ran through. Then there's girls in Kenya that's up under her dad's roof and traditional. Now that's different. There's girls in Tanzania or Uganda or in Eritrea. So I don't listen to. I'm not dumb enough to listen to any women
And
because
they
they
be
got an
getting
immigrant
ran through
voice.
in Kenya. Dang,
Man, let
I
me
know
tell you
that.
something. I'm in DMV. I'm in Maryland, and so
Yeah.
and out we have the highest percentage of Ethiopians on the planet outside of where they're from. The Ethiopian women here that are westernized are 3 times more ran through than even the Latino, like all the other. I mean, it's disgusting. They're
Like,
notoriously ran through. So I'm not choosing you just because you. When
That
they
man
get
ain't got a lot of black
westernized,
friends.
when they get
hey,
westernized, they
what?
worse than the Western women. So I don't listen to these jokers. They cosplay. So, but I would like to go over the data. This is what happens with immigrant, and I say immigrant, but
Hold
I'm
up, hold
really
up, hold up,
talking
hold
about
up.
why.
Hold up on the data. Let me get Heaven in real quick. What up, Heaven?
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, did you hit the follow button for me?
Oh, here, I got you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. What
Yeah.
what you got to say on the topic, Heaven?
So I'm a Christian. I grew up in Maryland, and my mother taught me and my sisters that we are to be wives. You don't just become a wife once you get married. You're born a wife. You are learning what it means to have this covenant and all these different things from your mother. So me being married now, I'm 24, I'll be 25 in October. Um, before I met my husband and when I was being courted, I had non-negotiables. I knew that I wanted to be a mother at 24, and I knew that I wanted to be married or I knew I wanted to be married and, all that by 24, because I wanted to be a mom. And the guys I was courting me, great guys, very intelligent, but that non-negotiable was just something that they couldn't abide by. That was just something that didn't align. So when I met my husband, it was a no-brainer because he's older. That was something that he wanted as well. And I think that it's perfect now. Now, I'm not the typical housewife because I do run my own business, but I do run my business from home, and it will be automated by the time my child is born in December. So I will be able to stay home with my child, and I don't pay any bills. So, and I'm always encouraging this to that's what the Bible tells
They
us to
want
do.
you they want you to land your plane. I'm not rushing you, the chat rushing you.
Yeah,
But
no worries. This is it. Young women get married and have children, make your family your life. That's it.
okay, stay right there. Stay right there. So hi, what up?
How y'all doing, man? It's 2026. Man, I feel if I didn't meet a person, if I wasn't with a person since high school, man, I don't know, I couldn't do it on my own. You know what I mean? In this day and age, both of us got to work. You know,
Gotta work.
trust is real, man. Trust is real,
Gotta
right?
get
If I don't got
that.
no
Yeah.
history with you, I couldn't just put everything on the line and expect you and trust you to. have my back just in case something happened. That's just how I feel about it.
No, I feel that. I feel that. You still want to share that data song?
No, hell no.
One of the
He
basic
said no.
mindset of a wife. Number one, she could conserve a dollar. Most women can. So this is why 512 of the nation's top therapists, psychiatrists, and sociologists says that 80% of American women are not even wives. I can show you the data. And matter of fact, Anita Stoudemire, I showed her that she said you men who marry them, this is not responsible because most of them are not even wives. This is this is probably one of the biggest women online right now, saying that most of them should not be married at all. They weren't raised or trained. The public school system trained them for divorce. They trained them for broken homes. I could show you the data from Harvard on how they talk about how the public schools on purpose train women to not be wives. They train them to be workers and toilers. This is why my daughters would never go to no public schools and their sick agenda. But
I
nevertheless,
mean, schools pretty much do that anyway,
I mean,
public or
bro,
not.
she in America, bro. Like,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
you
I'm
can
gonna
be in
homeschool my
alimony,
children,
Let me
so
just
Section
say,
I
8,
agree with
food
that.
stamps, and,
let me
and
finish the data.
childcare.
72% of this is the data when we marry immigrant women. Our marriages last on average 2.8 times longer, almost 3 times longer, because they literally don't like these court systems. They don't like running up in there. Our children are much more healthy. 76% of American children have at least 3 cavities before kindergarten. 80% of American women cannot cook. What do you mean they can't cook? They know how to fix food. They don't know how to cook food. You say, well, what's the difference? Processed food ain't food. 93% of their refrigerators are processed. It's not healthy. Immigrant women even prepare just the chicken correctly. Why? Because they believe that the husband and the children, I am the hospital. The average American man, 82% of his diseases come from the food his wife feed him. Marry 82% of
Hey,
American men. The amount of phlegm and sickness and their children, it's disgusting. How do you unalive your own children and men? Because you're not a wife. And these men don't know how to pick.
Mm.
I never blame the women. I always blame the men if you are a horrible recruiter. Why in the world are you bringing her around your family? Why in the world are
hey,
you marrying this? This
can
joker is not.
can we just call it like we said? You a passport, bro. Like, and
Well, my wife
there's
is
no
from here.
offense to you.
I know you don't care if you
That's
know the
I
data. I know you
no.
don't like
I'm
truth. My
just
wife is
no.
from
I'm
here.
just hold on. I'm just
No, you
speaking
cut me
off
off
it.
while I'm talking. Host,
Uh,
why is he allowed to do that? Let me finish.
I
Don't
get
you
you,
let me
bro.
Go
finish
ahead
But
and
and then you
finish.
can
Go
take
ahead and
it.
finish.
Let
My
me
yeah,
finish,
bad,
go
you
bro.
can
I
take it.
be
go ahead, bro.
he
My fault. Go
co-hosting
ahead,
too.
bro.
I be
Now, if
Go
I
ahead, bro.
ask any guy up
Go
here,
ahead,
if
bro.
I ask any guy up here, would you let an Argentinian man, would you let a Colombian man, a Nigerian man teach you soccer? All the men will go, absolutely. We don't think about somebody being immigrant if you're good at it. If you go to Nigerian men, Argentinian men say, I want to learn American football, they would let us teach them. It's not about being immigrant. It's about you know what you're doing. Most immigrant women are being trained to be wives. It has nothing to do with a passport. Abraham took a month to find Rachel for his son. If you just pick at somebody because they live across the street, you're a fool. That means you don't understand the thinking about picking her for your family. You don't have a legacy mindset.
Okay,
If
but
you just
Song,
picking
why
her
did
because
you
she
say
live,
that I wasn't
ma'am,
married?
ma'am, let me just finish. It's not your turn. What we got to train men on, take your time. Outside of your walk with God, the most important decision you'll ever make is who you marry. If you got to get it, whatever you got to do, you got to get it. But you got to get a conviction. American men has been low standards about picking a wife. I could give you the data around world health organizations. They rank the lowest in terms of picking women. They will bring anything around their children, anything around their parents. It's like, bro, is this a wife? I'm not talking about whether she's an immigrant or not. They're saying there's only a 10 to 15% inventory of wifeable women in America. So if you
mm.
don't know that as a man, that's considered irresponsible.
Bro,
I'm gonna be
Now,
I
honest,
get
bro.
what you saying,
I
bro.
get what
I
you're
get
saying.
what you saying. Ain't no more. Ain't nobody. I ain't met a woman yet that could do what my grandma did, and she ain't even. She had like a sixth grade education. She could heal you.
teach.
She could.
Because
Yeah.
common sense is
You know
better
what
than
I'm saying? She could
education. The
cook from
average millionaire got
scratch.
to teach.
You go bust your butt outside. She know how to take a cobweb and do make some type of
Come on.
concoction and put it in. Like They ain't made like
Yeah.
Okay,
that no
but
more, man.
song, why did you come
The
for
average
me in the
millionaire has a
comments?
2.7 or 2.9 GPA, but the average
Yeah, please
valedictorian
let
suffer
us
with
up.
mental health issues. People think that reading pages all day mean you smart. That just means you know how to do what you told. The question is, do you have common sense? Common sense people rule us all, not paper pushers. Common sense people. The average, this is the nation's average millionaire and wealth. The average A student literally works, is managed by the average B student. I'll pull up the data. And the average B student has a business they own for a C student. And the average C student is invested in by the D students. Why? Because the Bible says knowledge puffs up, makes you a prick, but love builds up. Most people with common sense are kind. Most people that
Mm.
read a little bit, a couple pages are jerks. And my
Facts.
mom is a
That's big
university professor,
facts.
but
Okay, can I ask
Hey,
song?
so
ma'am, I don't care.
Song.
I don't know. I don't want to put my
so
energy on you.
so
Put
hey
my
I'm
energy
son,
right
asking
now.
you came for me
son,
I
first in
don't.
the
I'm not interested.
comments.
I'm not
hey
interested. I'm
son,
not
He
interested.
came
hey
for
son,
me first in
I
the
don't
comments.
care. I'm
Why
not
can I
coming for you.
ask
I
a
don't
hey,
care about push.
question?
hey son.
All
I
right.
agree with you.
Somebody want
I
to
agree with what you
respond?
said.
Okay.
I agree with the last thing he said. I definitely agree with that part. I agree. But I'm not gonna let stats tell me what a wife is and what it's not. I'm sorry. I just can't. A stat can't tell me the woman who best benefits me in my life. I understand the statistical data may show XYZ, but it can't tell me the person who's best for me. That's just
So you want a
That
that
could
woman
be
that
just is
just
part
what
of.
it
That could
squanders
be
is.
money?
part
Are
of it
you
though,
okay with a
Shimmy. That could
woman
be
that
part of
squanders
it.
money?
It could be part of it. It could be part of it. But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying at the end of the day, yeah, you do have to have common sense. A lot of people think with their lower head and not their upper head. I'm gonna just be honest. That's what a lot of men do. A
No, a
lot of
lot of
men,
us aren't trained. You got to be trained
but
on how to look for a wife, bro. It's not normal.
but but what I'm saying is, it's not common, bro. It's not. It's not. I agree with you on that. But a stat still can't tell me what my wife is. It just can't. It can't.
Okay.
It can't tell me what she's gonna be. It can't tell me what she's gonna be. Because at the end of the day, there are some women who meet you and may see you in this aspect of life, and as she gets to deal with you, she ups the bar for herself just because she see the man that you are. So a stat can't tell me necessarily what
So
my wife
Shimmy,
is gonna
so
be.
Shimmy, what about the statistic of going with a stripper and marrying a stripper? What you think about that statistic?
Hey, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you got the secure emotional and mental security to deal with a bunch of motherfuckers looking at your woman every
No,
night,
what I'm saying, I ain't talking about that. I'm
I
talking
got
about
you.
will it be a successful marriage
to
with
me,
a stripper? What's the percentage you think?
hey, I think
it
Same
I
as
might
bro,
be.
I ain't
pregnant.
gonna lie.
Might shock
I
you. It
saw
might
it.
shock
I
you.
think I think the relationship, a marriage with a stripper, is more likely to succeed than a marriage with a regular woman. If I ain't mistaken, bro. I remember seeing that somewhere about a
You
stat
believe
with a
it? You don't
stripper,
believe that, man. Listen,
but I don't. But I
what
don't.
I'm saying is, Shimmy, what I'm saying is, we do have to use statistics as a measure. Yes, the other girl said something right. You have to look at where the statistics come from because they can be biased. But we got to have some kind of measurement. We got to have something to
We,
measure to tell us. Like, if I tell my son, bro, if my son is out here with a stripper going with a stripper, I'm gonna say, man, hey, you better leave that alone. Most likely, or vice versa with a woman bringing her bringing somebody home to her daddy. They dude full of tattoos. What you know what I'm saying? Like, think about that.
hey,
And what
I
they
ain't gonna lie to you. A chick take me home. Her daddy probably gonna look at me crazy because I'm
but
full
you a
of
good dude
tattoos.
though. You know what I'm saying? So you can't always go off
I
that. A
ain't,
stripper
I
could be a
ain't,
good
I
wife.
ain't,
You know what I'm saying? But the
I
likelihood
ain't
of
shit,
it, you
bro.
got to go off some measurement.
Even the
No,
comments
I
is
get
talking
you. I
about
get
how
you.
Song came for me for no reason
I
because
get
I
what you're
said I was
saying, though.
Oh,
married
look,
and he
look, check
never
this out.
addressed it.
Check this out, man. That is wrong, though. So you should have addressed that girl. But look, I'm sorry, man. I do have to go. I do have to go, and it's crazy because I feel like we would have went up tonight. But I'm gonna give everybody 3 minutes to say their piece. I'm gonna put y'all on the timer. I'll let you go first, Heaven. Say what you need. If you need to get it, if you need to get it song, get that song for your 3 minutes, whatever you
No,
need to
I
do,
don't. I
man.
think he's just very passionate about this. I think what he's saying
All
is
right, I'm starting your 3 minutes.
okay.
Go, keep going though. Keep going. Go, go, go.
So I think again he's just very passionate about this. He wants men to make sure that they're courting and vetting women, which I agree with. I think that he just wants women and men to know that not everyone is a wife, not everyone is a husband. I completely agree. I think his passion is just a little bit
much, especially because we're on this live. We're supposed to be, you know, just having common conversation. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinions. And, you know, I think it was kind of messed up. He said that I wasn't married. I definitely am married. But again, my only piece is young women get married, have families, and, you know, make them your life, because it's the most fulfilling. I've been in corporate, I've done the whole, you know, corporate job thing. The most fulfilling I've ever been is married to my husband and pregnant with my child right now. So that's my piece.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. Who want to go next? Who want to go next?
Let me hop in.
Bet. Hello. Go.
All right. First off, I think that you live your life how you want to. First off, and then the second off, I say I like what Song was saying, and then like when somebody's speaking like that passionately, and this a lot of old school men used to do this. There's a lot of testosterone in what they say, and they may come off as mean, and it mess with your feelings, but you got to get out of them. So it's like listen to what somebody's saying, not how they saying it. Sometimes, especially we having these conversations, and what bro was saying was true. I mean, all the statistics, I could still go say something about that, like it can be skewed, but what he was saying was pretty common sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think minus the feelings of how you feel, I don't really care about that. We grown now, so it's just you either here to take it or don't deal with it, you know. And other than that, I think that everybody on this panel and everybody in the world, like you special, so you can achieve what you want to achieve if you really try. So that's my take on that.
I felt that. Who want to go next? You guys on the site before?
Yes. First thing I want to say is the gentleman's song. I mean, understand your point, agree a lot of it, and I actually like your passion. I think a lot of people take things very people get defensive because they feel like that doesn't apply to me and da da da, and that's really not the case. If it doesn't, then stay silent. Women, I don't think that no woman should be a housewife. I think there are situations where it's appropriate and it's not. But then again, it starts with you and your partner, your shared goals, your shared values, what works best for you in your household. That's really it. Like, that's it. What works best with you and your partner for your household, and that's how it should be moved. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about that.
I get that. I'm with that. I know you don't like the title, but the title gonna make you talk. So it's like I gotta hit you with the no. You know what I'm saying? So y'all
But I do
say
host.
something.
I do believe that young women and young men should have a backup. You should be wanting to, even if you don't want to get into engineering, IT, you should have something that you can do that you're able to. Your husband may have a heart attack and die.
I ain't try to do that. My bad. I got like
So
keybinds. If you know what keybinds is, I was typing something. My bad. Keep
so
going
I
though. Keep
just
going.
think that everyone, and me as a mother of two adult children, too young, I want my children to have a fallback. I want them to be educated in the field that they enjoy, because you can say, do IT, do this, do that, but if you don't enjoy what you're doing, your life is going to be miserable. Find something you enjoy doing that you can make money off of, right? Have something. And I think that ultimately yeah, it doesn't have to be college. It could be a trade, but have a backup plan, no matter, regardless of what age you are. You know, tomorrow isn't promised. We never know what happens with our partners, or a medical crisis or something can come up. So you always want to have something where you can fall back on just in case.
Oh, we got who we got. I'm gonna say Shimmy for last. You got anything else you want to say, Saw, before we shut it down?
Yeah, I'd rather show my screen than to say it.
All right, let me get you up there. Hold up.
It's important for me that my wife's life is work optional. Why? Women have 16 to 70,000 thoughts a day. 95% of their thoughts are on repeat. They're not men. If I showed y'all brains, completely different. 85% of their thoughts are negative. According to Gottman, which is the #1 place in the world and university of training for relationships, 80% of arguments are started by women. 69% of what they argue about is things that can never change. And the average woman's emotion lasts 90 seconds. That's a minute and a half. You know, when my grandmother said, one of the greatest things y'all can protect us from is ourselves, right? We want work optional lives. We don't want lives where we got to be in there under these people's thumb. The average African American woman is in 8 to 12 meetings a week. That's weird that you're learning how to build somebody else's vision more than your husband's. That's I don't. If we're trying to build something, this is what they're going through. 50% of these women are having all kinds of anxiety disease in these workplaces. 80% of them have autoimmune diseases. This is a BLK woman in this picture. They're not designed to be out there. Your backup can be an emergency fund. When our women are paying bills, it says the bills and debt trigger chronic stress in women by hijacking the brain's threat detection system, causing the amygdala to release excessive cortisol and adrenaline. If you read the article, it's equivalent to them being jumped by like 5 women, and it mutates them over time. I'll show you what it starts to do, where they get numb to it, but it's not good for them. But if you want that, the average American woman between 30 and 35 got 50-year-old skin. What kind of craziness is this? Why? Because estrogen makes the skin soft and the hair shiny. These are just some of the basic things about women. That they need to be home for everybody's sake. This is women when they come from work. 40%, if I pull up the data for inner city marriages, almost up to 40% of them are smexless. 6 to 10 times a year. It doesn't happen in rural areas where there's gender roles. It's way higher in the city. It says oxytocin plays a crucial role in a female's sexual function by promoting arousal, emotional safety, and orgasmic release. Often due to chronic stress, exhaustion, and hormonal shifts, it can make her sexual desire, physical arousal, and orgasmic significantly dry down there. Like, if I gave all my oxytocin all day at the office, what the heck do I have to bond with my children and my husband? And then you start teaching your children to live by that. Women have 10,000 nerve fibers in their lady parts. Men got 4. If you kiss a girl on her cheek, she got 35 nerve fibers per square centimeter in her cheek. Twice as much as men. If you touch her in her leg, 4, they are not men. And feminism makes them act like and walk around acting like they're men. They're not. Their lives should be work optional. I'm not saying they can't work, but it should be work optional. They shouldn't have to live like that on a regular basis. Men are wired differently for that. I can keep going.
Yeah, but nah, I like what you're saying though, bro. You gotta come back. I like your passion. Good stuff. Definitely gonna clip that up. Shimmy, what up, bro?
Yo,
What you got? What you
man.
got for the people, man?
Hey, first and foremost, bro, I will say the song is right about making choices and being able to know the man or woman, the woman that you need to marry. You know what I'm saying? Being able to pick her and having the skill to pick your wife. It falls way outside of just love and happiness and all that fairy tale bullshit that people say. I agree with that. My biggest thing is, man, do what works best for you and your household. If your household allows where your woman don't have to work, do that. If your household allows where your woman has to work, do that. Now, fellas, I'm gonna tell y'all, and this just is how I think, and this is me. Create a space. If you create a space in which your woman is allowed to feel safe, even in your moments of tiredness, bro, she will cover you in all aspects. And I was saying it, yeah, when I first come home from work, I don't want to get the kids the first 15 minutes I get home. But if you give me that 20-minute break, your night is done for after that. Everything else belongs to you, and I step in and do my duties. So me and create that safe space for your wife or whatever it may be that you do get that from her. But also, once again, do what works best for you. Stop letting society tell you what you need to do. Stop letting society tell you how you should provide if
That.
you're gonna struggle to provide. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just being honest. If you gonna struggle to provide for your wife and y'all gonna struggle in a hole, hey bro, she gonna have to work until you can figure out the financial aspects that allow you not to. Now, what I will say, there are too many avenues to make money for you not to get out and make more money than what you're making. I agree with Song and I agree with King on that one. There is way too many. ladies, if you're gonna be at home, find something that you can do from home to make money. But at the end of the day, do what works best for you and figure out what works best for you. Don't let society tell you what you got to do and how you need to do it, and that ain't what works for you, and you trying to meet societal standards.
There you go. There you go, man. Look, man, short and sweet. Short and sweet. We right on the 2 hour mark too. If this your first time watching this, me and Shimmy go live every Friday, 8:30. Every Friday and Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. The name of this show is called Put the Kids to Bed and Let's Talk. Follow, share, whatever y'all need to do. Real conversations with adults, man. That's what the platform for.